President Trump is considering signing a new executive order on immigration. That's what he told reporters aboard Air Force One. A federal appeals court refused to reinstate his ban on travelers from 7 predominantly Muslim nations. But this order is expected to be more narrow in scope than the one the appeals court rejected. He says keeping Americans safe is his first priority. President Trump added that, quote, "We need speed for reasons of security, so it could very well be that we do that." He says he's confident that he'll win his court battle. President Trump says a new order would change very little from the first and says he'll likely act tomorrow or Tuesday. He adds of his decision, "I'd like to surprise you." So that's our topic this half hour, and we want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page. You can also weigh in on Twitter. Just send me a tweet at Sally Mack, Fox 26. Joining us now is our panel, senior legal analyst Chris Tritico, Democratic media consultant Mustafa Tamiz, and Republican strategist and public policy analyst Jackie Bally. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, well, he certainly kept us all glued to our mobile devices and TVs this week because it seemed like one thing was happening after another on this once again.
Well, his Muslim ban was banned by the Ninth Circuit, and you know, they went in, tried to get it lifted. The court said no, we're not going to lift it, and it's going to be months now in litigation if it goes, especially if it goes all the way to U.S. Supreme Court. The interesting thing about the Supreme Court is the Republicans refused to vote on Merrick Garland, so the Supreme Court could likely end in a 4-4 tie, letting the Ninth Circuit rule.
Yeah, and the Supreme Court might not be in a tie. It may rule against him, and that's more likely to happen. That's why he's rewriting the ban. The challenge with this is, whether you agree or disagree, the thing to look at is that, you know, people like Dick Cheney, who are no liberals, have come out against this. Condoleezza Rice has spoken out against this. You know, over 1,000 State Department officials have written a letter saying that this makes our country less safe. So the president is on a tirade of trying to deliver on his promises that were ill thought out, and it's putting our country at danger.
Jackie, he said on Air Force One, flying down to Florida, that he wanted to surprise everyone coming out with a new order this week. It was the surprise that caused the uproar in the country and the world. Why not roll something out in a little bit better fashion with a little bit better discourse and a little bit more thought?
I think the president has surprised a lot of people because he's done more in 3 weeks than a lot of presidents have done in 3 years. And his work ethic has definitely been second to none. So people are surprised that a candidate actually is acting on what he promised, or actually what he campaigned on. The fact that he is now talking to many advisors, he is rolling out a different plan, does not surprise us, because this was something that when he was campaigning, he said national security was one of his #1 platform issues. And the fact that the appellate court has shot this down, there is a good shot at the Supreme Court. Fox News is reporting that that particular court that said the executive order is not justified. Fox News is reporting that that court has been overturned more than any other court. So we will see what the actual decision by the Supreme Court will be, because I guarantee you it will go all the way to the Supreme Court.
Well, what's concerning is that we're not sure if he's listening. 22 minutes into his national security briefing, he tweeted against Nordstrom to defend Ivanka Trump. So I'm hoping he's listening to advice on what other people are saying and paying attention to national security issues. He's used to just talking tough and bullying people, but world leaders and these type of things require a lot more thought.
If he comes out with a no order exactly the same, as he just said, it's going to be the same order, just with a little bit more detail, isn't the Ninth Circuit likely to strike it down again?
Well, the problem is when you look at things like this, you look at intent, and there's so much of him and his surrogates talking about that he wanted to ban Muslims, that no matter how he tweets it, at the end of the day, what they're going to come back to, the Ninth Circuit and at the Supreme Court, that his intent is try to ban people because of their faith.
I will agree with my colleague on that. Whenever the president was campaigning, he did say ban Muslims.
Right.
As president, he has not said that. But they are using the rhetoric that he used in campaign. We saw that his Hillary Clinton used deplorables. When you're on the campaign trail, you do
those
say
things come back to haunt you.
You do say things, but the fact that he is now president, the campaign rhetoric needs to rest.
All right, let me go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
All right, as you can imagine, it's been a hot talker on our Fox 26 Facebook page all week long. Let's show you some of the comments here. First one from Melissa, who says, "This is law that at one time was okay with people. Why, when Trump's enforcing it, people are throwing a fit? He is trying to protect the American people." Justin adds the ruling will be overturned and the 9th District Court will be taken care of. You liberals just lost big time and are not smart enough to see it. Go Trump, Pence, an administration that actually gets things done. And then on the flip side, Adam says, what a joke. $100 says he couldn't pass a practice civics test. Christopher adds, make him sit through a high school government class. He could certainly use the knowledge of how our government works. So both sides of the issue there for you.
So that really shows still the divide in the country. And so really the president does enjoy a wide berth with respect to these types of issues. But what the 9th Circuit Court of Appeals said was, while you enjoy a wide berth, the courts still enjoy a supervisory role, a check and a balance over the executive branch.
We elected a president, not a monarch, right? So
we got less than a minute.
We have to start coming together on this issue, because President Trump believes that even if he shot somebody, his supporters won't leave him. If he continues to believe that, then he's going to continue to act in a way that puts our country in danger.
The 9th Circuit ruled that the ruling was, we still have a check and a balance over the executive branch, and this is not justified.
We have in our Immigration Act the clause that says the president has the right to protect our borders, and he has the right to enact orders like he's doing to protect our borders. You're going to see another executive order doing exactly that, because once again, national security was one of his top platform issues.
He's making a country less safe. That's what most national security advisors say.
Okay, stop right there. What about that? What about all the people that are saying this is making us less safe? We got less than 30.
And then we're seeing lots of border agents, lots of ICE agents who are saying that he is helping us. They're saying that he's creating a better vetting system. So you have people like what Mustafa said, and then you have another set of people who are saying this is much better.
All right, we got to leave it right there. That's all the time we have this week. We'll be back next week, wrapping up the hottest stories of the week.
And we look forward to seeing y'all then. Have a happy Sunday and a great week ahead.